Hello everyone, what is up? I'm very happy to be here today for the patch overview of patch 6.4 Victory Road that just came out literally yesterday. As usual, there is going to be, after the patch rundown, my last game from last patch. The community poll is returning for August, right? So it's a poll where you guys tell me what comp you would like to see me play. It can be creative, it can be normal, it can be just like your favorite comp, it can be anything. It can be like focused on one unit, so somehow like if you want me to play carry, you want me to play Light 5 Surfing Pikachu, you can put that in. You want me to play Fire, you can also put that in. You can put in anything you want. The link is in the description. Make sure to check it out. It's returning, right? And yeah, let's get into this new patch. So we have a bunch of new Pokemon. We have some pretty exciting other changes, but we're going to get to that. So first, we have new legendaries. The first new legendary is Celesta. So, looking at the stats right away, really good stat. 300 HP, 15 defense, and special defense is a lot, right? That's really tanky compared to one of the other most tankiest legendaries, Stakataka. It has double the defenses, but Stakataka does nothing offense-wise, like nothing at all. So, pretty good. Like, if you look at most legendaries, they are nowhere near that tanky. Groudon has as much HP, but much lower defenses. If you look at, I don't know, Regi, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Especially for a unit that has flying and grass, two defensive traits. I mean, flying is like both offensive and defensive, but you know what I mean, right? Okay, so speed, 40 speed, that's kind of low. 30 attack, that's pretty good. Like, that's on par with most other legendaries. But the spell, Ultra Thrusters. Adjacent enemies take 200 special damage. 200 is huge. For base damage on a spell, that's absolutely huge. I can't think of a single other spell that's AoE, and that does 200 base, right? This is AoE. Look at the AoE we usually have. Shaymin does 30 special damage in an AoE. It's a much bigger AoE, but still. And Shaymin can like one-shot entire teams, alright? So this, even without any AP investment, can probably one-shot like all the units next to it. So it does 200 special damage, inflicts burn, in case they're still alive, and the user quickly moves backward to a safe spot. So my thoughts on this is, it looks really good. It has, first, everything that has three synergies is often pretty good. Like, it means that it's not just about having three synergies. It's about having three primary synergies. Like Steel, Flying, and Grass, those are all primary synergies. That means you can get this in three different comps, so it's a pretty flexible unit. Flying is especially like a really good trait. Steel and Grass, not so much, but still, probably this is going to help them be a little bit better. It has good defenses for a frontline unit and a really, really strong spell. So if you give it, even if you just give it like tank items and just let it tank, like be a frontline, the spell's damage is so huge that it'll still get like a bunch of damage going. So you can also try a more carry build, something with Muscle Band and Shell Bell, and maybe a Soldew, or maybe an upgrade, because it like, yeah, the base speed is very low, so you kind of need to fix that, I think, maybe if you want to go for a carry build. But still, very interesting unit, very hyped to try this out. Next, we have Venipede and Whirlipede and Scolipede. So these guys are the new Ultras. Very interesting mix of trait, by the way. Bug Poison Field. I think that's the only Bug Field unit. It is, actually. I know it is. A new Bug Poison unit means that it's going to be really, 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 really nice for Bug Poison teams. And I'm a Poison lover. So, yeah, I'm all for this. So what does it do? So, looking at the base stats... I think for a bug unit, it's alright. When you compare it to other ultras, it's much below other melee ultras, and if you compare it to something like Porygon 2, it's even below some of the range ultras, right? I'm looking at the 2-stage mark because that's the one that's the most relevant usually. Yeah, it's not that tanky, and the attack is also not that high at all, like you compare it to Rhydon, but it has a bunch of speed, and it is a bug, so it's gonna get doubled, so mid-base stats, I think is kind of fine, especially since Poison is also kind of a cheater synergy when it comes to base stats. Like, Poison units' base stats, they don't matter all that much. The spell, Steamroller, rolls over enemies to the farthest targets, so it's a Dasher. So already you know it's going to be good because Dashers have historically been really crazy units. Dealing 80% of speed, now that's really interesting. If you pair this up with, like, Muscle Band Upgrade, speed can get really high really fast. Right, for example. So if you give it something like Muscle Band Upgrade Shell Bell, this can do a lot of damage with this, right? It might not be tanky enough, I'm thinking, to rock those items, right? Because at the end of the day, its base stats are just not all that tanky. But it's interesting, you know, I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm a little bit more reserved on this one than Celesteela. I don't think it's necessarily going to be crazy, but it's going to be interesting. We have Meltan, which was added as a special mechanic for Melmetal. It's not actually like a complete unit. So, well, actually it doesn't show here, but now what's going to happen is when you get Melmetal, you get a new item that's called a mystery box. I wonder if I can find it here. Mystery box. There it is. The mystery box. When in your inventory, all Ditto found in shops are replaced by Melton. So, one first thing that I'm seeing here is that maybe you can't use Ditto anymore when you get this, so that's kind of a nerf to your late game. But, what that does do is, let me go to special Pokemon here. When you get Meltans, you can use them on Melmetal to give it 50 permanent HP, so I think that's pretty good, because Melmetal, it's already kind of a good unit stats-wise, you know. You can also put them on your board to attract random steel Pokemon and add them to your bench. So you can get free Pokemon for this. I don't know how feasible it's going to be to actually have Melton cast its fucking spell, because it has 50 base HP and 40 base speed. 80 mana is not that much, but still, you know? But still, that's an interesting thing. I think mostly it's going to be like give Melmetal a bunch of HP though. If you go back to Melmetal and check out its base stats, it already has a bunch of base HP. Pretty okay defenses, right? And a spell that deals a bunch of damage. So this is interesting, you know, 50 by 50, like that can quickly make him snowball into some monster. The chance to find Ditto, you know, is not that high, but still. Okay, so what do we got next? Varoom and Revavroom. I actually haven't checked those out. I looked at all of these before the game started, but before I started the video, I mean. But not these. So let's see. Varoom and Revavroom. The card Pokemon. Alright, so we got a passive, so let's read that out first. Acceleration. Gain 20 speed every tile you move. Jumps and dashes count for 1. That's really interesting. So if you put him at the back and then put like a bunch of your melee units in front of it, it can quickly like ramp up speed just because it'll be stuck in the back moving. So that's really interesting. As to compensate that, the base defense is really awful. Like this shit is gonna get one shot instantly. But this is super interesting. We got, on the right base speed, Steel Artificial Poison. This is actually, wow, I'm in love with this unit. I love this concept. This looks so funny. I'm already imagining giving it, like, full tank items so it doesn't instantly die and then just abusing, like, the super speed buff. So, spin out, drift to your backline, dealing 25% or 50% when it's evolved, of user's speed as special damage target, alright, and causing blinded for 1 second. Then user loses all the speed buffs from acceleration. Oh, man. Okay, never mind. Never mind. It seems all my plans for making this a super, like, strange carry have been completely foiled, I guess. I thought, okay, this is crazy. You can just get a bunch of speed and then, like, okay, that's compensated by the defense being low, but that's still interesting. But no, he loses it all. So I don't know. It's still interesting. I guess you can put him in the back line, let him rev up, and then when it casts, it's probably going to one-shot the first unit it casts on. And then maybe it can redo it. I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting. We'll have to try it out. Really interesting designs. A lot of interesting designs in this game. You wouldn't see shit like this in TFT. All right, Ledyba and Ledian. Actually, I lied. I also didn't check that one out. Oh wait, never mind. I did. Okay. So what this is a bug fighting flying unit. So first thing I'm noticing is new bug flying overlap. Bug flying, very crazy comp. So yeah, that's a good thing. The stats, they're about what you'd expect for a unit like this. Like, if you look at other flying units, it's a little bit below because it's also a bug. But if you check out the other bug flying uncommon, which is... fuck, how do you say it? It escaped my mind. I'm only remembering the French name right now, which is annoying. Venomoth. Here's Venomoth, right? About the same stats. You can see about the same thing, right? Okay, and then its spell, Mach Punch, deals 50 special damage, then triggers a base attack immediately after. With something like 9 attack, this is not going to be really crazy at all. This is just a filler unit. This is just like so you can get more bug flyings, but that's a good thing. That's a good thing. It's an additional, thank God, but yeah. Alright, what else we got? We got Emolga, which I did check out, and I also think is kind of unique and really interesting. So, Emolga is a new unique, electric flying, we do have a little bit of overlap now. We have Emolga, um, Zapdos, of course, and what's his name? Kilowattrel. Kilowattrel. So we could trigger sort of a flying, like we could have 3 elect in flying, or we can do stuff, you know. It's starting to shape up. Flying electric comp might be crazy with some lightning stones. Okay, so we have Electro Ball. Launches an electric ball that bounces between enemies, inflicting 40 special damage on each. The number and speed of bounces depend on the user's speed. So this is going to be, of course, really great with Upgrade, because it is a electric unit, right? And as you know, electric units every 3 or 4 attacks, depending if you have electric 3 or 5, they get a triple attack, which means triple upgrade stats on that attacks, which means that upgrade scales really fast, because you get 3 upgrade stacks, then you attack faster, which means you'll get more triple attacks, which means you get even more stacks. So it'll be easy to just ramp up a bunch of speed on Emolga. I'm noticing a theme of speed-based units in this set, right? With Venipede, Varoom, and this guy, right? That team just didn't exist before, and this is a really interesting design space that we're breaching into, and I love it. Yeah, really excited to try this guy as a carry as well, with like maybe upgrade, and we'll see. Really interesting. Its stats are really kind of low though for a unique, right? Even for a range unit, 150 HP is not a lot. Like, especially for 2 range, right? 2 range units are not super safe from everything. Like, if you check out, well, I was gonna say if you check out Regi, but Regi is a legendary now, so I guess there's not really a comparison point, right? I guess if you check out Tapu Koko, which is still probably in there, unless it's also been moved. No, it's there. Yeah, you can see it's a 2 range unique, much higher defensive stats, and it has a really crazy effect as well. This, like, the electric field and everything, so I don't know. We'll see, though. It's interesting at the very least. And last but not least, we have Taillow and Swellow. And Taillow has, like, a quick little, like, typo here. I think it has 2 L's in the real game. But anyways, it's just, like, the spell is the same as Staravia, right? Or Staraptor. Brave Bird, deal damage and bring away, like, fly away with the target. But what is most important about this is a flying wild unit. And this is really interesting because there are a bunch of flying wild units. There's Doduo, there's Rufflet, there's this guy. Is that it? I feel like I'm forgetting some. There's also Firo. So this means that now you can trigger 4 flying in wild natively. And I think that's really good, because 4 flying is where you get your protect effect. And so your Dodrio, if you make like a Dodrio carry build with like 9 wild 4 flying, that means you have to keep around some mid units, but your Dodrio could really pop off and go crazy with the protect that he gets, right? I think this is really interesting. Especially since Dodrio has a really good like spell for a carry, right? If you go to Dodrio, can I do it? Yep, there we go. Increase speed by 20, agility, right? For something that starts out with already good speed in attack, you have to keep in mind that these will be buffed many times by the wild synergy, right? It has a little bit of a mid defensive stats, but a low PP cost, so you can spam this a lot, maybe. So yeah, maybe something was like, I don't know, Choice Scarf, Red Orb, and maybe, I don't know, Muscle Band or Shell Bell, something like this, or Upgrade could be really good with the added protection of Flying 4. So we'll have to see. Dodrio carry, you know, could be good. Alright, quickly you have a change to game modes. So now basically what this whole blob of text says is quick play games are now not eligible anymore for elo gain loss, and so are custom rooms. So now the only way to make like rank, right, is to play ranked, I guess. And I don't know how much I like this system, because ranked games are historically kind of difficult to fill up, ranked lobbies, right? But maybe this will be good for the game, because for now we'll make sure that you can't manipulate like your elo gains and loss and whatever by like only starting custom rooms with like people that are below you. I mean, often, most of the time, people would do this just because there's no other choice than to do this when you're really high elo to start a game, but whatever. Now, changes to already existing Pokemon. So all the Regis, they are no legendary, and they are no all fossils. So we're just going to go over there to legendary, and we can check out the whole Regi family. We got Regirock, Registeel, Regice. So Regirock, spell did not change. Still sets up a bunch of rocks on the field, right, that deal damage to enemies that step on it and deal wound. This is a really good spell, by the way. It did get the fossil typing, all of them did, right? I think that's really interesting, and makes Fossil like more of a deeper synergy. Fossil only has 2 legendaries prior to this, Roaring Moon and Eternatus. Both of them are dragon. This will allow to mix things up, I guess. The stats look really great. 25 base defense is really high even for legendary, and 15 special defense is really quite alright as well with 300 HP. You know, obviously pretty low speed and alright attack, but it's still really interesting considering that it's a fossil. You probably want a muscle ban on this, so yeah, I mean, looks really good. Regi, I'm really excited for. His spell got reworked from Icicle Crash, which was Mammon Swine's spell, right? Deal AoE damage to the target and enemies around it, which was pretty good, by the way, for a unique. But now that it's a legendary, it got Hail. And the crazy thing about this is that if you know the game a little bit, if you have Elite Bowl knowledge, you will know that Hail is already in the game. It's Aurora's spell. What it does is a Hailstorm hits 20 random tiles on the target side of the board, dealing 50 special damage, right? This deals a shit ton of damage, right? This is really good. And it freezes everything to that walks on it that isn't ice, right? And this was already like one of the best ice units, one of the best fossil units with the correct items, deals a lot of damage, inflicts a bunch of freeze, really good. But if you've noticed something, Regi's spell is not exactly the same. It has 30 random tiles. 30 random tiles. So this is going to be fucking insane in my prediction. You will get one cast off and instantly freeze and kill. Oh, close the wiki on accident. You will instantly freeze and kill the whole enemy team. It's going to be insane. And with Fossil in it as well, so that means that Soldew is going to be really good for it. You know, like, I mean, it already was in Ice, but, you know. And Regi Steel, which I once called the worst unit in the game, also got a fucking glow up. 20 base defense and speed, and special defense is huge, but they also changed its spell from Defense Curl to Iron Head. Increase the user's defense and special defense by 15, then hit the target with a powerful headbutt, dealing 100% of defense plus special defense and special damage. This is huge, especially with Fossil, where you're going to get to keep all the buffs when you revive. This is, well, not revive, I guess now it's a shield. This is insane. Alright, I'm predicting that Registeel would be one of the best legendaries ever with the correct items, completely unkillable. If you give it something like Muscle Band, Shell Bell, and just like, I don't know, Soldew maybe, so that you can buff the defenses you get even more, and the damage that you deal even more, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be insane. Only held back, maybe it needs, what's the name of the item? Maybe it needs Fluffy Tail rather than Soldew because it already has its own scaling, right? I don't know. This is going to be crazy, though. I really love this. All right, what's next? Oh, yeah, I guess Regieleki and Registrager were also changed. Their spell is the same. They just have better stats now. Yeah. I think, personally, that this is a big nerf for Regieleki. He was actually great at the unique, the unique tier. Now the stats that he got are not that much bigger than the ones he had before, honestly. And, yeah, I think he's going to be kind of mid compared to some of these other choices. And same for Regidrago, actually. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. I guess the combination of like dragon, fossil, and monster is a very powerful combination, so we'll see. But yeah. Alright, so we got... Oh, interesting change. We don't need to go to the unit for this. Xurkitree is now light instead of human as its last type. So this means another electric light unit. So this means more... You know how I feel about light. You know how I feel about light. So I'm very happy about this. Pyukumuku. Okay, so they changed Pyukumuku now when he explodes. So let me go check it out because not everyone might know off the top of their head what it does. So there it is. It's passive. When it dies, it explodes. It's this unique guy, right? Water Poison Amorphous. So it used to deal damage based on AP, but now it deals damage based on its max HP, which I think is interesting because it will scale with Amorphous. And yeah, I think that's kind of cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, they changed a bunch of unknowns. Unknown Surf now summons an aquatic tidal wave that heals everyone. Unknown Zero freezes everything. This one looks really, really strong. Unknown Yoga, instead of summoning Meditites, makes all allies gain attack, which can be really good. Surfing Pikachu is finally getting nerfed. So there was this interaction in the game where if, like, kind of a quote-unquote secret interaction, but everybody knew about it, where, you know, there's this artificial item, Surfboard, right, that gives the ally aquatic and makes their mana charge up when an aquatic wave hits. And if you gave it to regular Pikachu, you would get the Surfing Pikachu that you normally get from having Aquatic 8, right? And it had broken stats, like stats on par was a unique, so if you just got the surfboard on the first artificial shop, you could just win the whole game very freely. They nerfed it. Now it still it has the same base stats as Pikachu, but it gets a bunch of shield and attack for every aquatic synergy step. So that makes it like, it makes it good in Aquatic 8, and now if you get the surfboard combo, well, it's not like instantly insane anymore. So this is a good change, I think. Alright, what do we have? They changed the Suwaddle line to uncommon. Let's check what it does now. They probably had to nerf it a lot, right? Because the Suwaddle spell was like one of the greatest spells ever. It's still pretty good, honestly. Triple, it does 3 instances of damage, 10, 20, 40. I think Levani is going to be an interesting early game carry now. That's still a lot of damage. It's still 120 damage. I mean, it is mono target, so I don't know how good it is, really. But it's pretty interesting. I don't know. I guess that makes sense. We couldn't have Venipede and this guy, right? Because having 2 Bug Ultras would be a big no-no, right? Anybody would just be able to pick both of them up and then put him up in any team. And then you would have like a free Bug 2 of 2 Ultra units. So I don't know. It seemed a little bit broken. Scora P is no Dark Bug Poison. Just like its evolution, this will make it way smoother for Bug Poison team as well. You know, because he can now dash the pack line right from the start. A big change to Darmanitan Zen mode. So, I actually like this change a lot. So, Darmanitan, you know, he's kind of a useless unit before. He has really bad defenses in Wild, where he's just going to like be very exposed in the front line and just take a bunch of damage. So, he when he goes below 30 HP, he jumps to a safe place and turns into Zen mode. And before, all this did was he would stay in place and heal over time and do nothing and probably just die again before he heals back up to full. Now, they changed it to, in Zen mode, it has 5 range, so it can attack anywhere. Attacks deal special damage that scale with ability power. Notice how this ties in with its psychic typing, which before it was completely useless, and even a little bit with its fire typing, because it turns into a big range attacker, which is good for fighting, fire, I mean. And heal for 100% of damage dealt. Transform back into standard mode when fully healed. So now, what you can do, I guess, is just give this upgrade. It will jump into the backline when it gets low, start dishing out a bunch of attacks that deal a bunch of damage with like special damage, you know, and then go back into the front line. And then when it goes back to 30 HP, it can jump back to the back again. So this looks really interesting, actually. So maybe something like Muscle Bend upgrade. I'm saying Muscle Bend for every unit, but Muscle Bend is just that good, man. This could be really good in either Wild or this Psychic. Anyways, like in Wild, it's also crazy just because you get a 5 range Wild Pokemon. So that's crazy, actually. I didn't even think of that. That's funny how I thought about it for Psychic and Fire, but not for Wild. Because, you know, I don't know. But yeah, this is going to be crazy. Big Darmanitan change. All right, what else we got? All right, Mach Punch was changed. Oh, Mach Punch already existed, I guess. It was Hitmonchan spell before being Ledian spell, right? But anyways, now for Hitmonchan, it's going to be 100 damage. Kubfu, a little bit of a buff, less PP. Chinchu now has the same ability as Emolga, Electro Ball, but it has bad speed, so I don't think this will be like good for it. The Deerling line gets a new ability. Let's check it out. Can I see Deerling? I guess I'm forbidden from seeing Deerling. They have a restraining order between me and Deerling. Where is it, bro? Am I stupid? I don't see it anywhere. I might be stupid. It was right there. Okay, so what does it do now? Drains the target's energy, dealing 200% of users' attack as special damage and healing for 50% of damage dealt. 50% of the overheal is converted to shield. This is pretty good. So this is going to be... Ooh, 22 attack on 2nd level. Okay. This is going to be one of these few units that's like kind of a low tier, but if you give it the proper amount of support... Hint, hint, I'm talking about Light 5. It could be really crazy. It could be really crazy. I want to play some Light 5 Souls Buck. I want to try that out. Really excited for that. Alright, what do we have? What do we have? Change to Applin line. Now Gourmet is the secondary typing instead of Grass. So because of Dragon shenanigans, this is going to be making, like, able to have Gourmet trigger was only one other Gourmet units. Which, hint, hint, if it's Scovillain, this is going to be really crazy. So this is interesting. They changed the middle stage, Diplin, but it doesn't really matter, I think. Like, it's just kind of a flavor change. I mean, Diplin is never going to be, like, something you want to keep, I guess, unless you have Eviolite, and even then, I don't know. Chamecoline is getting a PP buff. This is scary. This is scary. Sound is a really strong synergy. I mean, it can be, so I don't know. Same for Screamtail, but Screamtail has its own problems. It deals damage to his own teammates, so it's a little bit tough. Let's see. In DD, we have... so now a bunch of buffs to Indeedee. I didn't get to try it out yet, so I don't have an opinion on this. Fezandipity, which I think is a really interesting unit. Let's go check out Fez. Fezandipity, now a melee unit with better stats, and I think that's perfect. It inflicts infatuation to every enemy in a 3-tile radius, so you want it to be in front of everything. For 1 second, this does scale with AP, so I do think that Fez with like maybe 2 tanks item plus 1 AP item is going to be really strong, maybe. We'll see. But it's really interesting, you know, it's a big CC, so. We have Petulant nerf. I don't know why, honestly. I don't think Petulant... I mean, Petulant now he inflicts Possessed, which is really strong, right? Steals an enemy for for a little bit of time. But I don't know, 120 PP seems like a lot. I don't know. You have to keep in mind that Possessed is really strong, but there are legendaries out there that will straight up just one-shot your whole board. Stuff like Kyogre and stuff, and they have less PP than this, and it's a water type too. So I don't know, man. I understand that the CC is strong, but still. Okay, what else we got? Alright, Tapu Bulu is getting another buff. Grassy Surge now gives more attack to everybody. Alright. Galarian Moltres is now 2 range instead of 3 range. This is a really good nerf. I'm really happy about this. Skirmy Status Spikes no longer heal... I'm having trouble speaking now. Skarmory Spikes no longer hurt Steel Pokemon. This is broken. Nope, that's not Skarm. I want Skarm. There it is, at the bottom at least. So, in case you didn't know, here's Skarmory's passive. At the start of the fights, Skarmory scatters spikes around the field. The spikes deal 10 true damage per second and inflict armor break to Pokemon that walk on it, if not flying or steel. This used to be just if not flying, and it was still really good even in a steel team. Now it's going to be absolutely broken everywhere. I think it's like probably one of the best units ever. Veluza's getting yet another buff. The protect duration on its spell is now increased. So maybe Veluza can cut it now. I don't know. We'll see. So they changed, they inversed like the Nidoran regional thing. So basically you had Nidoran female that synergizes with poison and Nidoran male that synergizes with ground, basically. And in a ground region you would get Nidoran... Actually, I'm not so sure. But yeah, basically the thing is in a poison region you would get Nidoran male, which didn't make any sense. Because but does that mean that now Nidoran female is going to appear in ground regions? That's a little tough. But yeah, basically, yeah, they fixed it. Kind of. We'll see. Patrat is no normal light instead of wild light, and it's an additional, so it's like... Okay, sure, that's a little bit tough, because Patrat was definitely one of the best units in wild, I think. The protectability is really strong, and having an option for a ranged unit in wild is also really good, even though if it's, like, not a super strong one with, like, a lot of attack. I don't know. Apparently there was some sort of bug with Cyclizar that is fixed. Yeah, targeting bug. Alright, that's good. Magic Bounce now has a 500 millisecond delay before bouncing the ability back to the attacker and show the visual effect of the ability being bounced back. So this is Natu and Zatu's ability. They bounce back. Sorry, I'm just going to take a sip of water. They just bounce back abilities that are thrown at them when they like have their spell up. Cottonee and Whimsicott are being buffed, but I also didn't get to try these yet, so I don't have anything to say about this. But finally, a Ghost nerf! The dodge chance and chance to silence has been nerfed, and the Ghost 8 curse duration has been like increased from 7 to 8 seconds. So this means that it'll take 8 seconds to kill a Pokemon instead of 7 seconds. Finally, some nerfs to Ghost. I am so happy. Thank you so much, Curry. Thank you. Fossil is going to... Alright, what does this mean? Okay, but yeah, basically you can't, like, even if you don't have your Fossil, if you have your Fossil synergy effect trigger, you can't die to the damage that, like, killed you first. It'll at max deplete half your shield. It's a little bit weird, but yeah. Huh? Fix the bug on Flying 8 that Coast Flying Skydive attack to scale was AP. Skydive attacks only scale was attack stats now? With all this time, Flying had this on top of everything? Okay, well, I'm glad that was fixed. We have you have new items. A lot of item changes, actually. Amulet coin doesn't exist anymore. Now it's a special carousel item, but it's like weird. Now it reduces max interest, so I don't know if it's good. It's like weird. We have a new item, Sticky Barb, that is made with Heart Scale plus Miracle plus Miracle Seed. It gives defense and shield, and when struck by an attack at melee range, deal a little bit of damage, like a little percent of defense, as retaliation true damage to the attacker, with big chance to inflict wound. So this is interesting, I guess. It's kind of like Bramble Vest in TFT, right? I don't know. We'll have to see. I personally, doesn't feel so good to me. Smoke Bowl is no Dark Glasses plus Miracle Seed, so I guess no Cleanse Tag. But this makes it better in Dark, because it now gives crit chance. Smoke Bowl was always a really good item, but I guess the build path to it was a little bit awkward. Like, you didn't really want to use something like Scale plus Water to make it, but it's a good item. So now, and it gains shield when jumping away. So this is actually going to be really strong with Dark units. So I'm going to make a video about that probably too. Cleanse Tag is no Ability Shield, and the new Recip is Miracle Seed plus Twisted Spoon. Alright. Interesting. Shiny Charm is no Heart Scale plus Mystic Water, so it's the old recipe that we had for Smoke Ball. Okay. Pokenomicon is no Charcoal plus Twisted Spoon. Alright. Shell Bell is no Charcoal plus Never Let Ice, so the old recipe from Amulet Coin. Alright. Alright, so a bunch of stuff has shifted around. This is going to be a little bit hard to remember, I guess. But yeah, okay. Aqua Egg now, instead of giving 50 starting PP, give 30, and instead of regaining 20 PP upon doing a cast, you get 25% of your max PP, plus 2 PP for every time you cast, so this makes it interesting. It becomes kind of a scaling item. It can be really good on something that casts a lot, maybe, I don't know. It's a little weird, but I love it, kinda. It's really interesting. Green Orb now heals 33 HP plus 3% of max HP per second, and 30% of excess healing is converted to PP. This is huge. This is huge for Ground. I cannot wait to play Ground with the reworked Green Orb. I want to see this. Soul Dew now gives AP and PP per second. Instead of giving 10 AP per second, now it's 5 AP and PP per second. So this is really interesting, because it's not only going to give you like more AP, more scaling, it's going to give you mana as well. So now it's really interesting. This is a really strong change, honestly. It's kind of scary for comps like Psychic and Water, I think. Now you can get both your AP and your mana in one single item, so we're gonna see. Mana Scarf is no Deep Sea Tooths. That's a good change, by the way, because Mana Scarf, it was kind of just like a recaller of a Focus Sash. Now it's like a real item from the Pokemon world. It's kind of cool. The attack was buffed, the PP on attack was nerfed, and if the attack KOs the target, you gain more PP. That's interesting. I don't know. I guess this is good for like AD units that want to cast spells as well. It's interesting. I think this is going to be really good on Infernape. I already think that Mana Scarf is one of the best items on Infernape, because like it turns your like speed growth into some exponential crazy shit, right? So this is going to be even better now. Swift Wing is no Air Balloon. Okay, that makes a lot of sense actually. And it gives immunity to board effects. Interesting. Fire Shard no gives speed as well. This is huge. This makes it like a much better reason to use your Fire Shard now than before. Berries are buffed a lot. Wow, okay. Gold Bottle Cap was buffed? Wasn't Gold Bottle Cap also one of the best shiny items? I'm kind of surprised by this. TMs, a lot of TM changes. Okay. I don't feel like getting into these. Like, TMs, they're all mid, generally, so, okay, whatever. And, Veluza's Dish was buffed from changing HP from reducing HP from 10 to 5. So another Veluza buff. Veluza might get there eventually. And Berserk Gene now confuses you only for 3 seconds instead of the whole fight. Makes sense. Alright. Alright. Okay, so... Oh, and no aquatic increases curse delay. That's good. So that makes it really counter ghost now. So that's really good. Okay, I think that's about it. Okay, I will check out the TMs. You know what? I'm a little bit lazy, but I will check out the type TMs. So where can I see them? So the new TMs. So we got Dive instead of Whirlpool. What does it do? Dive under what? Oh, it's Lapras' spell. Okay, this is broken. Never mind. This is a huge change. Lapras' spell is so strong. If you can give it to any human, this is really good. So this makes it really worth it to go to Human 6 to see if you get Dive, I guess. The other ones, they're still not that strong, honestly. Yeah, really not that strong. I guess Flash is new too? I don't feel like I ever seen this. It inflicts Blinded. I don't even know what Blinded does. Let's see. Where's Blinded? Reduce accuracy of attack by 50%. Alright, interesting, but I don't think it's all that powerful. Let's go back to the TMs. Alright, so what we got? What did they change? Counter now, which lashes out. Oh, that's Wobbuffet's spell. Okay, that's really scary as well. Okay. It deals damage to adjacent enemies equal to 50% of your missing HP. So in humans that heal naturally when they deal damage, this is going to be really scary, I think. Reflect. I think no, you can just like put this on a decently tanky unit and just give it full tank items, and then it's just going to deal a bunch of damage. Reflect, what does it do? Oh, that's Esper's spell. That's kind of lame. Okay, there we go. That's all the changes. I hope you guys enjoyed that patch rundown. I hope you guys are as excited as I am to try them out. And so right after this, there's going to be my last game of last patch. So I hope you guys enjoy that. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you enjoyed this patch rundown. Don't forget to check out my TP if you want to support me financially. And don't forget to vote in the community poll that's going to be in the description. And yeah, I believe you guys with the gameplay. What the fuck is up, everyone? We got a game. Starting not on stage 1, but like stage 3. Because, yeah, I had a little bit of trouble loading into the game in the first place. We have some interesting Pokemon here. We have a Light Duo. We have 2 Weedles. We have Mudkip, another Mudkip here. We have a start where we could play maybe Critcraft or something. This might be a little bit tough because I had trouble getting back into the game. All my units like are in a shitty position. I've already lost to the Spearow round because of this in the past. It's happened, so you gotta be careful. Anyways, I think I'm gonna lock this Pichu and this Mudkip. Sableye region. So we have 2 Shades, but we don't have any offensive items to go with them. That's a little bit tough. We can, however, get a Miracle Seed. That's gonna be really good if we play some Crit Comb in the future. So yeah, we got some stuff. I don't know. We have no direction so far. We know that the light spot is in the front. We're not in a light region, so it's a little bit tough to try and play light, I guess. What can we do here? Should we do a roll? Let's do a roll. See what we get. Alright. So we do get this. That is something. And we do get this. So we could play some sort of electric comb, although we don't really have the items for it, I would say. It could be interesting. I don't know. We're gonna slam this shiny charm right away because it's a really good item. Like, it's a really good medical in any comb. It's just so fucking good. Alright. Have there been any new patches? Honestly, no. Okay, not yet. Okay. Because honestly, I haven't been following the game a lot. I've been doing a lot of other stuff, you know. I've been very excited about the new MTG set. I don't know if there's any MTG players in my viewers. But yeah, I really love Edge of Eternity, right? I think it's a really cool set. So we get this guy. That's very interesting. We can probably already... Nope. We can already maybe slam this. I don't know. We'll see. First, we're going to sell all these units that we don't care about, I'd say. We can keep this guy in case we do play something like Light Electric. I'm going to reset my team planner there. I'm going to check the additionals. Regionals. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Is there anything in there that I want to add? I don't think so. I'm just gonna do this, I think, for now. Right, just give him like one... I should have given him the Shades as well. Didn't have time to slam that. Or rather, I misclicked and almost put the armor on him, so I had to go back because that's not what I wanted to do. Anyways, we're obviously gonna lose here to this Poliwhirl, I feel like. Right? Even with the armor break, we can't get through. So we lose to that guy. By the way, this is a really good lobby, guys. I didn't say, but we got Thomas Wong, we got Century for Prez, we got Torturable, we got some good players in there. Right, this is what I wanted to do. Yeah, okay. So we might not play Electric. In fact, it'd be nice if we played Dark, maybe, right? Add all of these guys in there. But when you're not in the Dark region, there's so little Dark units. There's also a lot of Dark additionals that you can't get if they're not picked, so I don't know, it might be tough. But crit items are generally always good. Even after the many nerfs, they've remained very stable, so for now, I am not too worried about anything. For now. Okay, Voltorb blew himself up there. Can we kill the Marill before he casts? Yup, so it looks like we're going to win that round. It was a little bit close, but we did. Take this back out from the shop. very good. And looks like we're gonna have to sell them again really soon. Unless I do this to guarantee it, like I can sell Voltorb. I'd rather keep Voltorb than Litwick, especially to give the light spot to a Pichu, but I don't know. Yeah, okay. It's interesting though. Kinda. Like, crit items can definitely be really good in electric, I guess. Yeah, let's just bank on the win. If we don't win, fuck it. I'll just fill up on like bench units, alright? Let me turn on the damage tab. Oh, we are not winning. We are so not winning. Yeah, I should have maybe sold the Voltorb. We are going to thankfully kill maybe 1 or 2 units. I don't know, probably just 1, honestly. Very aggressive slam here. These 2 items, it tends to be tough to play both of these in the same comp in the late game. So, ooh, very nice. We get, boom, we complete this. So we get like the really good crit, like the AD crit combo, you know. Pretty good. And now we're gonna have to figure out what we want to play, because we could play Fairy, honestly. Could definitely do that. We already have a Pichu. And yeah, these kind of crit AD items, they're very great on something like Azelf. Especially if you get a mana crit item, right? It's a pretty cool build, actually. Because Azelf's spell boosts its AD by quite a lot, so if you get him to spam it and crit it, like, it deals a lot of damage. Anyways, this will be fine on pretty much any ranged unit, honestly. So, I'm not too worried right now. We have some sort of flexibility, you know, we don't even have to play Dark or anything like that. It would be even stronger if we do, but we don't have to, you know. It's pretty... Okay, so, wow, that's really close. 1 HP. Come on. He already got that too. That's pretty crazy. How many rolls? I can't see. I think something like 13 rolls. 13 rolls to Raichu Alola is kind of crazy, I'll be honest. Just got my Pikachu there. Yeah, I mean, we don't have to play electric. I'm gonna put in a fairy here, right? We're just gonna level up, however, and put in like another unit here, just to balance things out. I don't know, just to make sure we don't lose to Gyarados, right? It would be really dumb to do so. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what we play. We already got, wow, everybody's rolling on, I guess. Wow, Klawitzer already too. Brocono, everybody's rolling. I guess that's the new meta. I don't know. Should I roll? I feel like I don't want to roll, but I also don't want to fall behind too much. I guess I'll wait for my unique to roll. Maybe roll level 6, something like that. We get ice. Okay. So more defensive components. Not really the best, but we could make a second Shiny Charm from this. Can be really good. Can be really, really good. Alright, so what we got? We're here. This seems pretty good right here. Let's pick that one. That's fine. There was Electric Fairy, but yeah, it was picked. So yeah, I guess we'll have to forego that. So let's hope we get something nice like Regieleki, right? If I get one of the little melee ones, I'm kind of screwed. Unless I get more Pico, that would actually be a really good pivot. Ooh, I get a lot of very good options. I honestly don't know which one I would really like more. Cramorant is also very interesting for something like this. This is an artificial, not artificial, an aquatic region. This guy is really good though. I think when you have items like these, yeah, I'm playing the boring Regieleki, I know, I'm sorry guys. But when you have items like these, it's probably best to just go for like high base speed, you know? And if we could find another electric unit, that would be really great. I'm gonna roll, just not now. We're gonna do something like this. So you have to have Regieleki not too close to other units because he's so fast that he'll like get stuck on other, like he's twice as fast as Flaffy and a little bit more actually than that. So it can be tough for him to not, you know, get stuck. I believe if I put him like this, he won't get stuck too hard. Alright. It would be nice to actually get a spell crit item with that, I guess. Because his spell also deals a lot of damage, so it wouldn't be too bad, I think. Or upgrade. Upgrade would also be great here. Okay, we win this just barely. Very nice. Excellent, we want that, I would say. Or we can get this and make him a choice scarf. That's also pretty good. Nah, I'm a sucker. I'll just go for the full crit combo. Very good. So we get this, and then I guess we can replace this with this guy because he puts people to sleep, and that is pretty broken. We can even like reel him back a little bit just to make sure he doesn't get stuck on anything, I would say. So we don't care about any of these now. Let's just try to, since we're winning for now, we'll try to roll in 7. A lot of teams are ahead of us, but since Regi, like, he's so good, he might actually just, like, win anyways, you know? He just deals so much damage. You can see he just one-shot that fucking Iron Hand so easily, bro. And then dealt a lot of AoE damage, and then some more damage, and then boom, boom, boom. Yeah. We have very offensive items. This is pretty good. Just have to hope we find the last, like... Yeah, either a crit, like, this or this, as usual, right? Or we could give him a Fluffy Tail. I don't know. Fluffy Tail does give a little bit of crit chance. Looks like it's going to... I don't want to make him spam a spell if it's not going to deal a lot of damage, though. Right? That wouldn't make any sense. So we'll just take this. This is good for other units, probably. Yeah. Since Electric's last... floor is on 7. We're just going to try to rush level 7 and roll in level 7, right? For now, we're winning, so we don't need to worry too much. This guy is a little bit tankier than Voltorb, I guess. Is there anything I could add right now? Not really, right? Here's another Magnemite. I guess we can put in... You know what? Fuck it. Yeah. Let's get it. 7 electric, boys. Alright, it was all unupgraded units, but it's fine. Roll a little bit. We're gonna try to hit evolutions on the next round, or the round after. We're pretty close to... Oh, this is bad. Oh, never mind. Okay, they jumped in bad position, so we're actually completely fine. Boom. Regi gets the lock at the perfect timing as well. That was excellent. Okay, very great. Does he actually have 100% crit chance? No, not yet. Maybe they made it so that even, like, the triple combo doesn't give you that, right? I guess Scope Lens and this give a lot of crit chance, so they would actually give it to me. If I got them. Yeah, let's just try to get some upgrades. Make sure we keep her win streak here. That might be a little bit, too eager, but... Well, I mean, if I'm not gonna... Okay, there it is. That's a pretty good payoff for all that rolling, I would say. We can sell this guy. He's, like, not very good. We're just gonna hope to win. We do have a Toxtricity, which is pretty good, I would say. Okay. I think we'll be okay. I think. Yeah, the main threat has been dealt with. Oh, what the fuck? Yo, that was really close. The main threat, quote-unquote, has been dealt with. The Clowitzer, with no items, was still in the back, ready to kill everything, bro. That was pretty insane. We can lock that Ditto. Now we're on the Mewtwo round, so we managed to conserve our win streak, which is really good for us. And yeah, looks like we're okay for now. I could also just give him, like, more range. How much crit chance does that give? 10%? So it would be like 90% crit chance. I really want 100, but I don't know. Although I'll be honest, with those items, if I get like Zekrom, I'll just sell this guy and give them to... maybe not. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. Okay, pretty good. I really wanted that, so that's kind of perfect. Another Shiny Sharp is really good. We're gonna give that to Toxtricity. And... that's a little bit annoying. Those are not good choices. Let's pick this for now. Lock the Ditto again. We can probably lock Joltik. It's probably fine. something like this, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, that looks okay. I don't know. I'm still, you know, positioning, it's always kind of a mystery to me, right? It's sometimes situations like these, I'm like, man, what the fuck am I supposed to actually do? Like, what's the actual best move? And I'll have no clue at all. Okay. We get through this Dragon team pretty scot-free. Oh yeah, I mean, this is working nicely, right? Good comeback from me, I guess. I'm killing it. Electric, you know, still as stable as ever. Let's see. Yeah, best guy also playing Electric. He has a really strong alone Raichu though. I don't know how I'm beating that. Try to roll a little bit. Yep. There's Magneton. Okay, that was kind of result oriented. Oh, okay. So Scarf, kind of lame, but this is still good for later. Now that I have a Porygon and a Ditto, I'm gonna keep this and just wait until I get to level 8 and put in Porygon, and I should be pretty good, right? When you get an early legendary like this, especially a really strong one like Porygon, that you really want to put in ASAP, you stop rolling and you start working towards your level up, because Porygon is going to make your team considerably stronger. Alright, we play against what looks like to be a Dragon Aquatic team. Oh, the lightning effects are starting to make everything lag, but it looks like we're winning again. Like, you know, having like super high burst, like Electric does, it counters a lot of strategies. Something like, you know, Aquatic is kind of based around like surviving for a long time and letting the wave heal you and everything. And it's really kind of difficult to do when you get fucking like quadruple attacked all the time. So yeah, it's tough for them, you know? Can't really do much about this. So we would really like to get items that are not there. They're just not there. So I don't know, man. Is anybody playing Ghost? I need to check for that. I guess not. Everybody's playing Water or something. What should I get? Probably this. This looks okay. I mean, this is the risk of slamming single components. Sometimes you won't find anything that fits it. I think worst comes worst, I'm just gonna give him like a fluffy tail or something. We'll see what we get later though, at the Lugia fight. Is there anything I'd want to slam right now? Maybe a Max Revive is pretty good. I don't know. We'll see. One cheeky roll. No, do not do the one cheeky roll. Not this time. I have learned to control my gambling urges since last time I played this damn game. So we should be fine. Gambling urge wide. Should probably do this. Don't want him to end up being the furthest unit by accident. Yeah, exactly. We don't want him to be targeted by this guy. Alright. Sadly he missed. He was about to cast his, like, lock thing on this and prevent him from dashing and then kill him, but he dashed first. Unlucky. It's because this guy is, like, supplying the whole team with mana. Oh. Okay, so he doesn't actually get the speed boost. This is Fairy Field. He got the wrong one, sadly. I mean, it's still really good. Okay. Pretty nice. We can replace this guy. Because I'll have this anyway, so... Well, I should keep this in case I want to get, like, Xurkitree and play Electric Artificial. That's always possible. Let me... Why did I add Darks, even? Forget that. Here's what we're looking for right now. This... Pretty much these guys, and maybe this guy. Maybe. Big maybe. So we do take a loss eventually, but it's fine. It's whatever. Ooh. Yup. Okay, I don't know. This is gonna be weird. I think we're gonna lose. Yup. Okay. Too many units, just too many units. But this Cramorant build is very powerful. And yeah, I mean, if the wave does come, you're fucked. Because, like, it heals so much and it deals so much damage. I wish I could show it there, but it's, you know, the wave's not a unit, so you can't, right? But if I could, yeah. So since we almost have, what's his name? Galvantula, it'd be nice if we could find a Swadloon. Right, getting the opportunity to put in the Swadloon is always good. We're gonna see though. I honestly don't know what legendary I'd like. I don't really have items ready for anything, any carry, right? Perhaps Raikou would be the best option because I could at least give him like Shiny Charm plus Muscle Band, something like this, right? Which would be okay. I don't know. We'll see. Then again, something like not Reshiram, Zekrom is so strong that it won't need it to just, like, blow this shit up. But I'm hoping for... Okay, that's not what I was hoping for. Whatever, it's fine. It's actually pretty good, so I won't complain. Alright, let's get this. Right there, this one, probably this one. It's the closest, so... Yep, okay, there we go, got him. And we are level 8, just on time. With that, we can roll a little bit, try to hit some good units, try to see what we do. What lowland do you do? We could get a rock, like a storm rock. Storm rock is not the best rock. So we have 2 very good options. I think I'll just take Zekrom, you know what, and just give him this. Yeah? Seems alright to me. Seems alright to me. We probably want to give this... If I do that, is it going to fall off or is it going to stay on him? It's probably going to stay on him is the problem, right? One item, yeah, it's not going to work like I want it to. So I don't really have a choice. Yeah, I have to do this, which is a little sad, I guess. But it is fine. And then we can do this. And then we're okay, I guess. Something like this is okay, I'd say. Right, and now I gotta find new units, new good units. So we don't want you anymore, and probably not using you, but I don't need to sell you for now, so it's fine. Here's another electric team that's using Vikavolt and Iron Hands, and I think we're going to lose because this positioning is so much better than mine. Like, the Iron Hands is gonna tank my whole shit, yeah. Very bad. The Vikavolt has okay items. It's not like the best, but it's good enough. Yeah, the problem is missing on the 3rd crit item, right? It's kind of unlucky that in the whole game, not a single water or, what's the name? Spoon came up. It was pretty unlikely to happen like this, I would say. Alright, yep. What is this for even? It's... who cares? We don't even have... Actually, I guess we do have shielding, so it's not completely useless. Okay. Pomo, that's pretty good. I would say. We can keep this in case we play light. Or some light. We can put in Rhydon, honestly. It wouldn't be the end of the world. It's not a bad unit at all. I think I will put in Rhydon, you know what? Matter of fact. We lose again. Wow, pretty close. But he had a bunch of, like, weird range carries. See, like, you can just put this in anything and it'll win. Look at this. Primarina, 0 items, just 1 Duskstone. Can't even crit its spell. Still number 1 damage. Primarina is the most broken unit of all time. It's actually kind of crazy. Okay, we really want this, or this, or this. There's a lot of good items in there that could help us. I think I'm going to take this? Soldier was maybe better. Oh, double Ditto. Wow. Galvantula. Wow. Okay. So now we have a lot of options. We would really like to hit a Swadloon now. Here's one. Perfect. Right, so... oh, here's another one. Insane. So here's what we're going to do. Keep rolling just in case. Pikachu can get the fuck out of here. Give that to you. You are the best unit in the game. Give this to you. You can go in the middle. And something like this. Boom. We want the CC protection on him. And we should be good for now. And then I gotta think about how I can add either Porygon or Rhyhorn later. Right, should be pretty good. But the Swadloon definitely boosts my team overall. Like, it's much better now. Okay, very good. Okay, wow. We did lose a lot of HP already. Yeah, that's not good. Professional analysis. Professional analysis. Losing HP, not good, man. Okay, there. That's the guy I was looking for. bulk up. Yeah, we don't care about that too much, I would say. Yeah, I guess good luck to us, right? We are going to see what happens. Can we beat this fairy team? We have double anti-one-shot items. Wow, I can't even tell what's going on. Everything is going on so fast. Can we kill this guy? Yes, we can. Let's fucking go. Woo! Okay, so Rhydon would be easy to put in, but the problem is that we are never going to get the money to put in Rhydon if we keep holding it. So we have to do this, sadly. We just have to. It's probably better than Porygon. Like, I can put this guy over something else and then get Rock. And then get a, like, Storm Weather Rock. And maybe that's pretty good. I don't know. What does a Storm Weather Rock do again? I think it's something like if your team gets struck by Storm, something happens. I don't know. You get Shield, I think? Isn't that already what Storm does, though? No, it doesn't. Okay. Ooh, very interesting. Okay, yep. I will take my big damage buff. Thank you. That is very nice of you, game. So yeah, I don't think we have to worry about, like, actually making Rhydon evolve. We just have to worry about getting level 9 before dying. So we're just gonna do it like this. Alright, I gotta check these boards now. I already beat this guy. This is the other strongest guy. So I guess we would want something like this. Maybe? Something like that. Sounds pretty good. Oh, we play against Sentry again. Never mind. This is a very bad positioning then. Because my guy here is going to get dove by Lugia and fucking die. Yup. Yeah. Not good. Not good. If I kept my original positioning, I would have won, but my bad for badly tracking the order, I guess. But it's like... Ghost fights, they mess everything up. Because this wasn't supposed to happen. I think I'm pretty sure I was supposed to fight Tortorble here. So now this is going to mess up the whole fucking thing. Because it so happens that the best positioning against this guy was the worst positioning against the other guy. Which, yeah, unlucky. Very, very unlucky. I hope I don't play against him again. That would be really terrible. I don't know, man. Hopefully not. Okay, we do play against Tort. So we should be fine here. I think. Honestly, I'm not sure what would be the best position against him. Okay, I think we are going to be fine. I'm not sure though. This guy's busy with the pillar over here. He doesn't want to come over and help. Okay, I guess this actually helped a lot. And we managed to make top 4. And with that, we're saved. Okay, very good. Oh, I would really like this, yeah. This Gracidia Flower, very, very nice. More speed for the electric team. That's like so much more burst for me. It adds a little bit of a positional constraint to my team, but I think we'll be fine. So we should be playing as Thomas now. Which, I just gotta make sure that... Oh, that's funny. I don't actually have a range guy to give this to at all. Huh. I guess something like this is fine. Not really, because... No, this guy is higher star level. So he will duplicate still, I guess. So I guess what I have to do is actually... I have to leave a slot open now, so that the Galvantula can walk back up. Which... Something like... whatever. Never mind, we're playing against Sentry again. So I guess it's good that I played this way. Because now the Lugia is not going to be on my big boy, and he is going to kill everyone. Maybe? Never mind. It dove me anyways in the end. What the fuck? Did I really beat him, like, really easily just earlier? This is really surprising to me. I don't know what happened. I guess we were more packed up, so the Cramorant did more damage. I guess. If I had to guess. It's just... Lugia causes all sorts of problems when it's like this, you know? if, I guess our win con against this kind of board was this guy's luck preventing Lugia from flying away. And then, like, Zekrom kills it, but I guess having to put this guy in kind of prevented that from happening, maybe? I don't know. This was an okay game. I'd say I'm pretty unlucky for not finishing, like, a real crit combo, right? If I had, like, Scope Lens or crit item, I would have done much better, probably. Right, so let's just watch how this ends. I think Prez is gonna win. He has really good items on both Lugia and this guy. So, yeah, it looks really good for him. I'm kind of surprised by this choice. Since you already have Scope Lens on Drizzle, I think it would be fine to put the Lucky Egg there. Gives him a bunch of AP and more chance to trigger crit and steal mana. It is true that it does affect, like, Poliwrath's execute chance, but Poliwrath is probably not living too long in the late game. I mean, you already have the King's Rock, but ooh, hits the Dragonite as well. Yeah, I think this is in the bag for him. Let's see it. I could be wrong. This look, yeah, this. Maybe not. The Palmont and Iron Hands are holding steady. How is he regenning this much? Just off of the Power Lens plus Shell Bell combo? He has a Grass Stone, but I don't think he has a lot of grass. Wow, this is really surprising. Only 3 grass. Was it really? Huh, dealt a shit ton of damage, and I guess he has 4 fighting in, so this is actually really tanky. Okay, very interesting. I wonder how... I mean, yeah, okay. Those were not real words. But yeah, okay. Kind of excited. Let's see who wins then. Looks like it's going to be a change of positioning. It's kind of tough for Sentry, I guess. If Cram gets one-shot by his own spell, which he will because of the Power Lens, he's not going to get any value out of that. Ooh, and it looks like he's in the worst positioning possible. Oh, never mind. Wow, okay. I guess the Poliwrath Execute really saved him. What I'm surprised by is why the Poliwrath Execute didn't also kill Poliwrath. Because, like, from the Power Lens Reflect, it should kill it, just like Rhydon, right? But anyways, yeah, complete turn of events. Back again, and Sentry before Press takes it. Insane. Incredible. That was a pretty good game. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Make sure as well to vote in the community poll that's going to be in the description, right? The community polls are coming back. And yeah, if you don't remember what those are, because we haven't had it for 2 months, you just tell me a comp that you want to see me play, and I'll try to play it by the end of the month, basically. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.